शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोश न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोश न वा पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु न वा पाणिपादं न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभाव मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभाव न धर्मो न चार्तो न कामो न मोक्ष न धर्मो न चार्तो न कामो न मोक्ष चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञा न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञा अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युर्न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद न मे मृत्युर्न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुत्वाच सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां विभुत्वाच सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्ध सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्ध चिदानन्द शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम्
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be placing our attention on the spirit. But first, let's collectively bow down in front of Shri Mataji, raise our kundalini and put ourselves into bandhan.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला नमो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला नमो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला नमो नमः
And one mantra to Shri Ganesha. So I'll just start with a couple of breathing exercises. So breathing in nice and slowly. Hold the breath for a few seconds. And slowly exhale. Hold the breath again. Inhale. Hold the breath. And release nice and slowly. Last time, hold the breath. Breathing in nice and deeply. Hold. Slowly exhale. And just relax for a few seconds. We'll take the right hand and place it on the left heart chakra. Just let it sit there for a couple of moments. Feel the connection. And from our heart, we can say, Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the Spirit. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the Spirit. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please forgive me for any mistakes against my spirit. Mother, by your grace, please forgive me for any mistakes against my spirit. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the instrument of Mother's love. Just say these things from the heart. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am the instrument of Mother's love. Keeping the hand on our heart, we can also ask Lord Shiva to forgive us for all of our mistakes. So here we'll just say twice, Lord Shiva, please forgive me for all my mistakes. Again, just make sure that you say this from the heart with all sincerity. Lord Shiva, please forgive me for all my mistakes. Slowly take your hand back to your lap. The following mantra was found on the Shri Mataji book's webpage, and it said to destroy all the negativities from the heart. So I thought I'd play that this morning. It's only very little.
हृदय बाधा विनाशक मंत्र। करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत् क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो।
We'll just sit quietly for a few moments.
But this is what auspiciousness is, that you feel it from your heart, which is awakened. The heart must be awakened. In the heart resides the spirit, which is not yet flowing in our consciousness, in our central nervous system. It resides there. The joy itself. I don't know if you have ever seen phosphorus taken out of the water and how it just gets ignited. It's like that inside the Maya, the illusion, that spark is sitting. And when this Kundalini rises and touches that spark, it starts emitting its joy, its auspiciousness. Unless and until you have that within you, you cannot feel the auspiciousness of others. Take a coconut, for example. Put it the other way around. You won't get vibrations. If you put it this way, the coconut coming up, you'll get more vibrations. There are certain coconuts who give you very good vibrations, some give horrible ones. And you know, human beings also have coconuts. Some of the coconuts give such beautiful vibrations, and some of them do not. Some of them are tired. Some of them are nothing but like a balloon of Mr. Ego. Or some of them have nothing but superego in them. So this coconut is to be made auspicious. Now, how it is connected with spirit? That is a very important one. How our brain is connected with spirit. Whatever I am telling you, you need not believe me. But you will find it out for yourself that whatever I am saying is the truth. Your heart has the spirit, the light, and the heart has got 7 auras around it. And these 7 auras get enlightened by the spirit. But before that, it's a very instantaneous, or we can say a simultaneous happening. When the Kundalini rises, there are 7 centers also in our brain, in the sense there are the seats of the centers. These 7 centers are represented again on the seat. You know that very well. All the Sahaja Yogis know where they are. So when these centers are enlightened, the auras start shining in the heart. And this center is actually the center seat of the spirit. The spirit has moved from there and has gone to the heart. That's why in childhood you'll find there's an opening here. It's a very soft bone called as fontanelle bone. Talu is here. Because the spirit comes out from there and is settled on the heart. You know, spirit also come out in the night sometimes, goes around and sees. It's so. When these centers in our brain get enlightened by Kundalini, one by one, first they are enlightened here, then in the brain, then the auras in the heart start getting enlightened. Ultimately, when this center, which is the center of the heart here, Sahasrara, this point, when this one gets enlightened, then the spirit also gets enlightened fully. And then these auras become doubly shiny. Then the auspiciousness is in many dimensions starts expressing itself. But to keep that light on, one has to keep the Kundalini over here. Then what happens? Then we are ruled by our heart's indication than by our brain. How? Because the heart has the spirit which emits vibration. It is not the brain. And you depend on your vibratory awareness after realization. The more you depend on your vibratory awareness, the more you use your heart, your spirit, not your brain. The more you use your brain, again you go down. Because it is taken over now by the spirit. For example, after realization, when you start thinking about it, people can think of anything. I can tell you, I've had such experiences that they would think that why Mataji is wearing a sari like this. Even to this extent, you see, they can do. But if you can just leave your heart to work it out and don't think, because you are in thoughtless awareness after realization. If you try to maintain that state, pay attention to your heart and let your spirit emit itself, so that it clears out completely the confusion of the brain and everything. Then you'll be amazed that you cannot lose your vibrations. You cannot lose your realization. The simplest way is, we have found this, that after realization, if you go for 7 days treatment with soaking feet before my photograph, it works. But immediately when I say my photograph finished, the ego comes up. Why her photograph? First thing comes up, who is she? I may be nothing. Alright, I agree, I'm nothing. But I have raised your kundalini. I have given you realization. I must be something after all. So why worry? I'm not taking away anything from you. Then you start establishing your auspiciousness, the sense of auspiciousness. Once you have established it, then you do not lose it very easily. You don't like then inauspicious things normally. If there's somebody inauspicious, you say, Mother, no, we can't do anything about this gentleman. Alright. Afterwards, when you become very strong, you don't mind working on anyone whatsoever. But gradually you have to go up to it. I understand that. But I can't understand people using their rationality to understand Sahaja. How can you understand this great power with your limited rationality? I can explain to an ant about your politics, but I cannot tell you how this divine power works. One day he asked me, Jamel, numerically, to what extent it goes, to what dimension? And when I told him, he said it is incalculable. I said it is infinite. You cannot calculate. If you put two mirrors facing each other and put some object in between, you cannot calculate how many reflections you will get. Even that you see, but you cannot calculate. But here I am talking about something that does that, which creates it. You cannot calculate all the molecules and the atoms of one element. But I am talking about somebody who has created them and who in every molecule pulsates. How can you understand with this brain? You can only become one with it and enjoy yourself. Why worry? Why do you want to count the molecules? Why this madness? It would be like a bad man going to the seashore to have a nice bath, starts counting the small little pebbles and the grains of the sand. Get in, enjoy. You become. This is Advaita, where you become one. All religions teach Advaita. Advaita means where there is not the other. Panan. You become one with that. With the whole ocean you become one. A drop becomes the ocean. All the powers of the oceans are there for the drop. That's what it is. But there are some people who say we believe in Dvaita. No, why? We don't want to get lost. And you are not lost. You become the whole. But they want to keep their small limitations, you see. Now what is that small limitation they want to keep? It's called as Mr. E.G.O. Which is a myth. Which is a myth. It's such a big myth, is ego. Because what do you do, human beings? Let's see now. What do? You make a chair, alright. See, people are even proud if they can make a chair these days, because nobody can use their hands these days, you know that. It's everything done by machines. I don't know, they cannot create human beings, otherwise they may try that also. So what do? You create something dead out of dead. Everything is dead. Whatever you have created is dead. Have you done any living work? So one lady got very angry with me. She said, yes, we have created a true baby. I said, you have not created. It was all there. The life was there. You just brought it together and it worked out that way. It's nothing. It's just like egg being, what do you say that? Egg, they put it in the incubator. It is that simple thing. You have done nothing. You have put life into it. Have you? Let us confess it now. We cannot convert even one flower, transform one flower into a fruit. Let us admit it. What is this ego then? I do this and I do this. I would like that and I would have this and I. Who is this Mr. I who cannot do one living thing? Just ask yourself. Very simple question. So, to reach a conclusion, it's a myth. We do not do anything. As that many times I have told you that some people going by train put all their luggage on their head. So they said, why are you carrying so much luggage on your head? They said, because we want to reduce the weight of the train. This ego is like that, sitting on your head. I do it. But by brainwashing you, I cannot reduce. How? The myth has to be broken. The myth breaks when Kundalini rises. Then how you talk is a very different language. It is not coming, it is not going, it is it. It becomes a third person. Then your power, which is flowing through your hands, you see that going through your hand, which you are maneuvering. You don't say, I am giving you realization, you don't. You just say, it is going, it is rising, it is not coming. Even if it is your son, you say, I cannot give now, what to do? Like a lady came with me to America once and she was very anxious that I must give realization to her son and all that. So I told her, look at this. Now you have come all the way, I know, for this purpose. But now if the Kundalini doesn't rise, do you want me to say that he's realized? No, Mataji, I know it doesn't rise. Then I said, you give him a realization. I cannot give it. Alright, you try. Said, but it doesn't rise. I said, then what to do? If the Kundalini is not coming up, what can we do about it? So, the Kundalini has to come spontaneously. It's a living soul. But after realization, you start doing living things. You can raise the Kundalini. You can pulsate the Kundalini. I don't know about pulsation so far. I have not seen any such yogi doing. But you can raise it all right. You can give realization. With my photograph it works better. You can give vibrations now to the plant, to the fruit or to any flower like this. If it is done, it will come to life. If you give vibration, say, to a field of, or seeds of, say, wheat, they can be multiplied. They can be 10 times more than what they are. Now you have started giving vibrations to the trees, to people. You are doing the living work. Now you have become the ocean of life. So far you were not. Because the power of life is to give life has come in. Now you are living. Before this, you were dead. In the sense that you were worshipping a dead God called ego. Now it's a living God within you, it's a spirit. Once you start accepting your spirit, all your priorities change just like that. Because spirit is joy and happiness. Spirit is everything. So you start losing all your interest into other things. This is what is when your auspiciousness is of the greatest height. That even your name can create something great. And photograph can do wonders. If you become auspiciousness, you are the holiest of the holy. For that, you have to get rid of some of the dirt and the dust. You have to get rid of some of the false emotions we have and the myths of being. Some people have a myth that they are greasy, and some people, as I told you, have so many myths. But for giving up, if Kundalini works out, you allow her to work it out. It works. You got it.
Just continue on in silent meditation. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Say the last verse of the 3 great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Thank you all for joining this morning and sharing your beautiful vibrations. When you're ready to finish your meditation, please bow down in front of Shri Mataji, raise your Kundalini and put yourself into Bandhan. Have an absolutely wonderful day ahead, everybody. Jai Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji.